Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so as you can see from the title, this is going to be a new what I've been playing video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the main three of this year: Uncharted 3, Battlefield 3, and Modern Warfare 3. So I'm just going to give you my opinions because I've now completed all three games. And yeah, very interesting mixed bunch. And Jesus, that sun's bright, isn't it? I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so first things first, just for a Ramstein fan, because I promised I'd do it. There you go, mate. Okay, right. That'll mean nothing to anyone else unless you watch his channel. You might understand where I'm coming from, but that's just a Ramstein fan. Right, okay, so first things first, cup of tea. Quite obviously. Right, so first up is Uncharted 3. Right, okay, so I've played through this twice so far, and got to say, it's absolutely brilliant. There's no doubt about it. It's a fantastic game. You know, it's well written, well acted. The graphics are stunning, the audio is stunning, the gameplay is just bang on as always. You know, there's some absolutely amazing set pieces. It's just phenomenal, and I loved every single minute of it both times playing through. The only thing is, and I don't know if this is just because I've overhyped it in my head before the game came out, and I was expecting a lot more. And I think being a massive Uncharted fan like I am, I hate to use the word fanboy, but I'm quite close. I just think that maybe because I overhyped it that much, I was expecting a lot more. And when I actually played through it, like a lot of reviewers have actually said as well, it's on par with number 2. It's that level of amazing, great gameplay and everything else. And it's just a stunning, stunning game. But it doesn't quite, for me personally, go better than number 2. For me, number 2 is still a better game than number 3. And the only thing I can put that down to is I prefer the story in number 2. And that's probably it. It's just, I don't know what it is. There's something that I can't put my finger on that doesn't feel as good in number 3 as number 2 does. I'm also, who was it? It was Lukey Rookie. He mentioned he wasn't happy about the fact that they changed Elena, and I agree. I don't know what they've done to her. It's like they gave her a dodgy facelift, and she looks too. She looks too overdone. Before she was like cute and it was nice. It was a really good character model, but now it just looks like a supermodel. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's really strange. I didn't like that at all. But I don't know. I just couldn't really. I thought the story was good and it was well written and well acted, and you know, always is. And there's some funny jokes in there, but I just thought it didn't work as well as number 2 with Shambhala, which was just a bloody brilliant storyline. I really enjoyed that. I think, other than that, I mean, that's the only thing I can really say that's negative. The one thing that I really liked about number 3 is the ending. The way they finished this game is the way it should have been done in the first two. They ended it right, because in the first 2 games you get boss battles, which to me never felt right in the terms of the gameplay that you've been playing through. I thought in the terms of Uncharted gameplay, it just made no sense to me to put a boss battle at the end. And I know it's probably down to the fact that they had difficulty trying to figure a way of wrapping up the game. But I think in the third one, and from what I saw in recent interviews, they actually did get a lot of feedback from gamers that they didn't like the game, the boss battles, especially in number 2, because the boss battle in number 2, Lazarevich, it really is one of those that just makes you want to throw the pad up the wall. It's just so infuriating at times, and it really spoiled the end of the game, I thought. And so in this one, they handled it a completely different way. I won't say how they handled it because I don't want to spoil the game for anyone. But yeah, it's much better, and it made a lot more sense, I thought, and it was a lot easier to get through and more enjoyable, and it just made the whole experience better. But you know, I mean, when I say I don't like it as much as number 2, it doesn't mean it's a bad game. The game is absolutely brilliant, and it's a 9 out of 10 without doubt. It's a stunning, stunning game. And the reason it's a 9 out of 10 is because I don't give games full marks, because I don't think any game will ever deserve full marks, because there's always going to be something that you don't like. Like in this one, I'm not that keen on the story, I just think it's okay. So, you know, we're going to mark down for that. But then marks are a pain in the arse. I don't think marks are right. You shouldn't do that. You should just give your opinions, it's better. But yeah, I mean, I've got to say, the standout moment for me is the desert, without a doubt. It's short and sweet, but it's absolutely brilliant. The horse riding section in particular just blew my mind. It was just great. Lukey Rookie said it reminded him of The Mummy, and it is. It's just like the first Mummy film, when you get those guys who protect in the area and they turn up, and you get it in this, and it's just so brilliantly done. And the horse riding is excellent. They really nailed being able to ride a horse and aim your weapon perfectly without it being clunky and uncontrollable. It was excellent. A lot of people have said they don't like the aiming in the game, they reckon the aiming's off. Well, I've never found that. Uncharted's always had a bit of a floaty aim anyway. It's the kind of way they make the game. And I think a lot of the time, I don't know if people are having problems in number 3 because they're finding that they can't aim on like the ship level, where the physics of the game make the water move, which makes the boat move, which makes in reality it would make it difficult to aim the gun, which is what they're trying to do, and they achieve that really well. I don't know if that's something that people have had a problem with, and then they're saying all the game's got crap aiming. I've seen reviews on Amazon where people have said, oh, they need to patch it to fix the aiming. No, the aiming's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You just need to adapt. That's all. Chill out. Yeah, I mean, there's been people. I've seen Pete Dawes review video, and Pete Dawes was showing bugs that he had where people were stuck in mid-air, and on the boat level, he had the water turn completely red, and I've not had that at all. And I was talking to another YouTuber, Lloydie, who's subscribed to me, and he'd had bugs in his version. So, and I'm not too sure if there are some dodgy discs with bugs on them or what the situation is, because I played it twice now, gone all the way through the game and had no bugs at all. So, who knows? If anyone else had any bugs, it'd be nice to know, because it'd be good to know, what people are experiencing. But yeah, I would say Uncharted 3, without a doubt, play it. If it was the only Uncharted game on the PlayStation, it'd be the best game I'd ever played this generation. But Uncharted 2 still holds that crown. It's just stunning. For me, this one, in terms, because it's like a movie anyway, and that's what they're going for, the movie experience. In terms of movies, I compare this to Die Hard, and this for me is Die Hard 2, the one that I like the least. It's a good game. It's just not a great game. It's not Uncharted 2. Let's put it that way. It's like Die Hard 2. It's good, but it ain't as good as the original. So that's the way I look at it. But it's still a brilliant game, and you should play all three of them if you've not played them. They're the best trilogy of games you'll play this generation, hands down. They're phenomenal. So, okay, next one's going to be Battlefield 3. Now, this one's an interesting game. So, Battlefield 3. Right, going into this, didn't really know what to expect. Looking at the gameplays and the reviews and everything, it looked like it was going to be a proper military shooter, and it's going to be more of a simulation than like your Modern Warfare, so it's an arcade experience. And so I was expecting it to be really cool, and sort of like the recent Medal of Honor, where it's very slow. You take your time, you pick your targets, and I was thinking, great, this is going to be my game, straight up my street. It's really strange. I mean, the first couple of levels, the first half of the game, I found so boring, and it seemed to me like a tech demo. It was more like, look how great this Frostbite 2 engine is, but don't worry about it, we're not going to put any gameplay in there. It was really slow, and it just dragged, and I was like, what's going on? This is crap. The jet level. The jet level should have been brilliant. You should have been able to get in the jet, fly around, have dogfights, and do all the cool jet stuff that people want to do. But no, they don't do that. They stick you in the passenger seat behind the pilot, and you sit there for like half an hour, or at least it seemed like that, while he checks all his instruments, and then he eventually takes off. And all you end up doing is just sitting in the back of the plane, twiddling your thumbs, occasionally pressing the button and firing a missile. It was shit. I don't know what, whoever designed that level needs to be sacked, because it was really bad. It was so crap, and it bored me senseless. And I was like, against the point, I was thinking, is this game going to get any better? I'm going to still push through, but I really hope it's going to pick up. Luckily, when you get to Paris, that's when the game starts to really improve, I thought. And it sort of went away from the tech demo-y, we want to be a professional simulation of warfare, to me more of a Modern Warfare, more of a, not so much Modern Warfare, but sort of like more of the arcade experience, the kind of traditional first person shooter where you just run and shoot everybody in the face. And I like that. I thought that was a lot better. I thought Paris was excellent. You get the tank level, which hands down is the best thing in the game. I love the tanks. When the E3 demo came out, it really didn't show how good the tanks are, and I think to watch someone play the tanks is going to be really boring. When you actually have control of the tanks, they're fantastic. And this is where I don't understand why with the jets they didn't give you any control, they're just stuck in the back seat. But in the tanks, you get full control, you get control of the minigun on the top, you get control of the whole tank, you can drive it around, you can fire missiles, you can fire a machine gun out of it. It's just absolutely brilliant. I loved it. I love the fact that you just drive around the desert blowing up tanks and blowing up terrorists, and it's just superbly done, really well executed, and I had a lot of fun with that. The following levels after that, there was a level which I absolutely adored, which was, it's the same old first person shooter stuff. They haven't done anything original in this game, they've just copied other games of the like. But there's a level where you have to, I'm pretty sure it's the level after the tanks, and you have to protect your squad, and it's really cool. It's basically you're running through the streets at first with your mate, and it's the usual kind of thing. You're running through the streets, and he'll go, stop, and you stop and you wait. Enemies come past, you go, right, come on, let's run. So you run through the streets and you carry on, and you end up on the rooftops with your sniper rifle, and you're just doing an Overwatch position basically, just protecting your fellow soldiers. But it's so well executed and it looks amazing. It's really cool, and I had a lot of fun playing through that. And so yeah, that's the other thing. The graphics, Frostbite 2 engine, hands down, is just phenomenal. I mean, you can't fault it. You know, on the PS3, I've seen gameplay of the 360, and when I saw gameplay of that on YouTube, and also on Game Trailers, I've got to be honest, I thought it looked pretty crappy. It looked good for a 360 game, but compared to the PC, it was just really, really, really downgraded, and it didn't look good. I think the PS3, from what I've seen of videos, looks closer to the PC. It's nowhere near as good, obviously, but it's a lot better representation. And, you know, I'm no graphics expert or technology expert, so I don't know the differences. I'm just going from what I can see on video. So maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, who knows. PC is still the best, obviously. But yeah, I thought the graphics were absolutely stunning. The lighting effects, the reflections, the smoke, just the level of detail in the levels, the destruction, just everything is superb. But I have to say, the one thing that I love the most about Battlefield 3 is the sound. The people who put the sound together on Battlefield should be given an award. It's just absolutely spectacular. I've never heard a game like it. It's phenomenal. And the two favourite sound effects, without doubt, hands down, are the RPG, which is the weirdest thing because it actually uses surround sound properly. And there's so many times where I'd flinch in myself. Just playing the game and I'd be like, the RPG would come at me, I'd be like, whoa, like that. I'd literally physically move, and I was like, Jesus Christ, it really is just something else. It's such a great sound effect. And you know, when it whizzes past your head, it's just amazing. And the other sound effect, and this is probably something that most people won't think about, but it's just something that really got me, was in terms of the level of immersion in the game and the attention to detail. And you know that sound effect when a car drives through a puddle? They got that absolutely bang on. That level where you're doing Overwatch, there's a bit where you run over a bridge with your mate, and as you run over the bridge, there's vehicles moving underneath, enemy vehicles, and you hear them drive through puddles, and I'm not kidding, they absolutely nailed that sound effect. And that might sound weird, but to me it was just like something that stood out and made me go, bloody hell, that's really cool. Yeah, I just think the audio on Battlefield 3 is amazing. And all I would say is, if you're going to be on the fence about buying the game because you weren't too sure, or you're more of a Modern Warfare guy and you really didn't know if Battlefield's worth playing, I would say definitely pick it up for a cheap price, give it a try, stick with it, because the first couple of levels are boring as hell, but once you get to Paris it gets a lot better and it's a lot more fun. And the villa level at the end, I really enjoyed that a lot. That was great. The only other negative I've got for the game is the AI. They're really stupid, and I don't know, I mean, I played it on normal and I found it really hard. I couldn't get very far in the game, and the AI was dumb on that, and so I dropped it down to easy, because I never play games on easy, but I just had no choice because I kept getting shot and it was annoying me. So maybe that's why the AI was really bad as well, I don't know. But I found that a lot of the time the AI would stand out in the middle of the street and just kneel down and shoot at me. Didn't give a toss about cover, didn't care, they just stood there and let me shoot at them. It was really stupid, and I didn't understand that at all. And another problem I had was one single glitch, and there's a level where you have to run around a building, come out the other end and flank the enemy. And so you're running through a corridor, you get to this door, all your mates stack up on the door, you're there, the one bloke pushes the door out and you run out into the street and flank them. So first time I do that, come outside, try to flank the enemy, got shot down. I was like, damn. Reload the checkpoint, run through the building, get to the door, all three of my soldiers run literally through a physical door. They don't open it, they just run through it like ghosts. And I'm stood there on my own, I can't open the door without them, and so I'm stuck in the corridor and I have to reload the checkpoint. I was like, oh, that's good. But yeah, that's it really. Other than that, I'll definitely play it, get through the first couple of levels because they're crap. Once you get past the jets and you get to Paris, absolutely stunning game, loved it, and I had a lot of fun playing it. It's not original, there's no fresh ideas, but if you just want a standard first person shooter where you can just run through, shoot people in the face with a shotgun and machine guns, and have an absolutely beautiful looking, amazingly sounding game, definitely play Battlefield. It's absolutely fantastic. So last one is going to be Modern Warfare 3. Now I know you're all expecting me to hate this game and slate it because of my opinions on the Call of Duty series. So I'm just going to put all of my opinions of Call of Duty to one side and look at this as just a game, and also in context of the 3 Modern Warfare games. And I will say, straight off the bat, best one of the 3, without doubt. It's absolutely excellent. All of these games I've not played multiplayer because I don't play Modern Warfare and Battlefield online because I'm crap at those kind of military shooters. I can't play them online, I just die all the time. Uncharted I will play. I absolutely love the beta, so I will give that a shot at some point. But I'm still playing a lot of single player campaigns, and I'm more of a single player gamer anyway, so you know, that's more important to me. So yeah, Modern Warfare 3. What do I think of the campaign? I think the campaign is bloody brilliant. I've got to say, it's absolutely excellent. They really, really nailed it, and for me it's the best campaign I've played in a Call of Duty game since Call of Duty 2. It's absolutely stunning. I thought Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 was brilliant at the time. I loved it, but I've never gone back to it. I played through it once, that was it. Loved it. I've dabbled with the odd level here and there, but I've never played through it again. I wasn't that interested. Modern Warfare 2, I hated that game. It was the biggest pile of crap. It was a terrible, terrible campaign. It was short. It was rubbish. There was just no original ideas. It was literally thrown together, and I think it might have been around the time when they had the turmoil with Infinity Ward sacking the two guys and going off to make Respawn and everything. So maybe that could have influenced why the game didn't turn out as good as it should have done. But yeah, I didn't like Modern Warfare 2 in the slightest. I hated it. Modern Warfare 3 is just brilliant. Right from the beginning to the end, it's just full on action. There's just stuff blown up around you, there's buildings coming down, there's jets flying over your head, there's vehicles, there's bullets, there's enemies. It's just so intense, but so brilliant, so brilliantly scripted. And a lot of people have said that in the professional reviews that they weren't that bothered about the storyline because they couldn't make any sense of it. I personally didn't find the story that hard to follow, but that's just me. I thought the story was well written. I thought it was really tight. I thought the acting, as usual, was excellent. Billy Murray is just brilliant anyway as Price. Great job he does every time. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. You know, right from the outset, the first couple of levels are just absolutely stunning. It's all the stuff you've seen at E3, but it's just brilliant. But without doubt, hands down, the best moment in the whole game for me is Turbulence, which is just absolutely some of the best first-person shooting I've done in a long time. I've never seen anything like that in a game. It's just awesome. Basically, if you don't know, Turbulence is a level where you're on the plane, which is the Russian equivalent of Air Force One. And so you're protecting the Russian president, and the terrorists attack, and Makarov's people take over the plane. It's absolutely awesome. You get turbulence, as the title says, and the plane shakes about, and it tips upside down, and you're upside down trying to shoot the enemies. But to actually watch it on a video, it looks really cool. But when you're actually playing it, you can feel it in your hands, and the weight of how they've done it. It's hard to explain, but it's just such a cool moment. It is like the best thing ever. I played through it a few times, and it just blows my mind every time. It's absolutely brilliant. And there's just so many good moments. Paris was another good one. That was rock hard, but I enjoyed that a lot. That was just intense. There's just, I don't know, the game's just so brilliantly done. And a lot of people are saying the graphics are just okay, they're not brilliant. And yeah, they're not Battlefield level, but I thought they were absolutely beautiful. I thought the detail was fantastic. And the fact that they've got so much going on in the game at 60 frames per second and never slows down, it's just unreal. It amazed me actually, the amount of stuff that happens in the game on each level. The amount of action and the amount of vehicles and the amount of enemies on the level and your AI guys and you, and everything just moves so smoothly. And you know, like Dave Lawn Boy's post was saying, the snap-on on Battlefield's pretty shit and it's a bit off. And I did tend to have a lot of problems aiming my gun. Modern Warfare is just perfect. It's absolute perfection. You can literally just go bang, 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 bang like that. No problem at all. You get a great view down the side. Everything's just tight. The only problem I've had with Modern Warfare is just me as a gamer. Because the first time I played through it, I'm not good at this Modern Warfare gameplay where you have to keep pushing forward, you have to go quick, you have to go snap, snap, snap. I can't do that. I'm kind of like, I find it hard because I'm used to playing first-person shooters where I take my time and I pick the enemies off and I don't rush myself, and it doesn't work. Modern Warfare, you just get annihilated. You get a bullet in the face a lot, or you get a grenade up the arse, and I've had that so many times. Really, really frustrating, and I've died tons. And there's a bit near the end where you have to follow these tanks and use them as cover. And I got so frustrated and threw the joypad because I couldn't do it and I just didn't get what I was doing wrong. And then I found out if you just go to the left and use a tank on the left hand side instead of the one on the right hand side, you're perfectly covered and you can just get through the level really quickly. So that was a little frustrating. So a lot of it was just me learning as I went along, trying to learn how to play the game properly and not just die all the time. It's like the other night I played through Turbulence again, and after that is the African Village, which the African Village is such a cool level. I love that. I thought that was bloody brilliant. And there's a bit where, as Yuri, you're doing Overwatch for Price and I think it was Soap, wasn't it? Where it was Price and Soap. And they're running for the village and you've got to take out the enemies. And I just sort of, I don't know, something just clicked and I really got the grips with the gameplay and I really got to handle it right. And I was providing Overwatch perfectly. I just nailed the enemies. And then suddenly their cover's blown and all these enemies swarm in. And luckily they all bottlenecked into this one bit. And I just pulled up my gun like that and went, boom, 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 took them all down, just killed a lot of them. And it was just brilliant. It was so satisfying. And you get the mortar and just blowing stuff up, and it's just fantastic. I cannot. There's a level which I can't remember where it was based, but it's a level where you go into a castle and you're chasing Makarov down, and that is just brilliant. You do all this stealth stuff trying to sneak into this castle because there's tons of armies everywhere of enemies, you know, all the Makarov's guys, and then you have to just fight your way out at the end. It is brilliant. I'm really impressed with it actually. Considering like the Call of Duty franchise, they don't do a lot every year. They just change it up a little bit, and it's just the same old game every year. They seem to have really made the effort. You know, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer really pushed themselves with this game, and you can see that they've really thought about what they're doing. You can see they may have thought that they messed up number 2, and that I don't know if it's Sledgehammer's influence on Infinity Ward or what it is, but yeah, they really nailed it with Modern Warfare 3. It is extremely. I mean, coming from a person who's not a fan of these modern military Call of Duty games, and is pissed off with the way that they're whoring the industry, and they're not pushing creativity at all, and it's stifling creativity in the gaming industry, in my opinion. And I think from that opinion, for me to sit there and say the game is brilliant is a big thing really. I didn't expect to do that. I expected the game to just be another Modern Warfare, another Call of Duty, nothing amazing, just a fun game, just to play through. Nothing special. But I've got to say, it's absolutely excellent, and I loved every minute of it. And if, like me, you only play campaigns, you don't play multiplayer, I'd definitely recommend picking it up. I'd even go as far as to say it's worth the 40 quid they're charging for it, even though it only took me about 5 hours to complete. Because I only played it on regular. I don't play on hardened or veteran, because I would literally smash my controller if I tried to play it on those levels. But yeah, it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And also another great level is London, called Mind the Gap. When you get on the tube, it's just so cool. It's just insane. I won't tell you what happens because I don't want to spoil too much of the game, but it's just really fun. And for me, the coolest bit when you come out of the tube and you come up into central London, and you've got all the people populated around, and the buses and the taxis and the police. That was just really cool. It's like being in the getaway. That was just really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, it's a brilliant game. And I'm amazed I'm saying that about Modern Warfare, because I've got to say I miss World War II. I really miss World War II first-person shooters, and it's been too long since we had a good one. The last great one was Medal of Honor Airborne. That was my favourite, the last one. That and Call of Duty 2 have been great this generation. But yeah, we really need a new World War II game. I don't know how they're going to do it, but something fresh. Something that doesn't involve like zombie Nazis as well, or anything supernatural. Just a straightforward World War II classic. That'd be nice. Because I'm interested to see where Infinity Ward are going to go from here. Because obviously this is supposed to be the third and final in the trilogy. Are they going to stick with modern military, or are they going to completely change it and do something completely fresh? Yeah. Are they going to go sci-fi? Are they going to go back to World War II? I doubt they will go back to World War II because they've had their fill with that. They'll probably want to do something different. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm also interested to hear what Respawn are working on as well, because they've been working on a game for a while, so that'll be good to see what that is when that comes out. But yeah, I mean, as I say, it's brilliant. So I would say Uncharted 3, buy it, it's brilliant, you ain't going to be disappointed. It's just, for me personally, not as good as number 2. Some people think it's better, so it's a personal opinion thing. Battlefield 3, first half crap, second half brilliant, but nowhere near as good as Modern Warfare 3. But I'll definitely play it still. It's well worth playing through if you like first-person shooters. Modern Warfare 3, no matter what game you're into, just buy it. It's absolutely brilliant. Really great game, and I just love it. I even love the characters as well. Price is such a great character, and in number 2 I wasn't interested in the characters as much. I didn't really pay as much attention as I did in the first game. But in the third one, they've come back with a vengeance, and the characters, they're really well written and well acted, and it's just excellent. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, as you can tell. So I'll definitely buy Modern Warfare 3. So that's what I think, and I will try and do a Saturday night special. I know Broken 3094 has been asking me to do sort of a combo of like my favourite missions from those 3 games. But we both agreed that it'd probably be too long a video, so I might do individual Saturday night specials for each game and show you my favourite missions from each and see what you think. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll be back very soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to your comments and to hear your opinions on all 3 games, what you thought. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you all again soon.